the way.
Welcome back
You follow
to
behind.
Let's replay Neverwinter Nights 2 original campaign. This is Big
Yes.
Los, and we are in the inner sanctum of the Vale of Myrtleane, where we're gonna confront the King of Shadows, but we're in another timeline, another universe, so to speak. We're gonna see what happens if choices were made differently. So let's try to get out of this crowd, and then we'll click on the portal and we'll initiate the cutscene.
It is you. I know why you have come. Ambition and evil has brought you here. Those who follow you are blind to your true nature and purpose.
Oh really? This should be interesting.
I see into your mortal heart, and everything that guides your actions. Those that travel with you are tools, nothing more.
Know that the time of your lies is over, King of Shadows. Casting lies upon the Kalak-Cha will not save you from the judgment that comes.
Oh, you all are tools, nothing more, make no mistake.
As we have traveled, I have seen your nature, and perhaps in following you, I have committed evil as well. But the King of Shadows must be stopped.
It does not matter. Not now, perhaps not ever. All that matters is destroying the King of Shadows.
And so, our leader becomes a reflection of you, Amanjero, and it is little surprise to me that you welcome it.
Know that this path has brought us to our destination. All that matters is that the Kalak-Cha is with us now, as was intended.
And yet, they all believe you can save them. That you should save them. Frightened mortals clamor for one to lead them. To protect them from all they fear. But when the threat is gone, they shall come to fear you and tear you down.
I am no one's protector. I am here to serve my own best interests.
Then it is in your best interest to cast off these tools and join me as an ally. You need not die. You need not be cleansed.
Ally, Garrus was your servant, but you let him die.
Only the weak require servants. From you, I merely require your willingness to sever your ties and protect something greater than yourself. A lesson Garius never learned.
Keep talking.
As a demonstration of your commitment to our alliance, we ask you to eliminate those who followed you here.
Do not do this. Do not even consider it.
If you do this, you will end up like Garius, despite what the King of Shadows says.
Very well. Will you help me destroy them?
I will not. If you lack the strength to defeat them yourself, you are of little use.
I put too much faith in you, and now I will see you dead.
I'd watch your mouth, Amon. I don't really like you talking to your hero that way. Why you put up with these allies for so long, I'll never know. Idiots who can't do a thing by themselves, who follow you even when they know it's wrong. That's a betrayal. Besides, I'd love to sink my blade into a certain paladin. Let me have him, and that's all I ask.
You will never land a killing blow against me, Bishop.
Oh, eventually I will, Cassavir. You see, I want you to suffer first.
Okay. Time to kill everybody. So we
Yeah.
have Bishop in our party again, and he's level 18, so let's bump up to level 20. We just need to recommend everything. Do it again. Recommend. Favorite enemy, outsiders. Yeah, sure, why not? We're mostly battling humans. I think the Githzerai is an outsider, so that might help. So what I want you to do is I want you to use this Cloak of Etherealness on yourself. And then you can, I guess, summon your animal companion.
I will lead now. Follow.
Let's put this potion of invisibility here in slot 6. We'll drink it, and then I think the first thing we'll do is summon a horned devil. Right there. Okay, and after that, I guess we could do Wail of the Banshee. Right about there.
Time for a nip!
After that, let's cast Weird, just in case they made their saves. Cassifer was outside of the area. Let's put it there. Hey, we got 21 XP for killing Amanjaro, but only 5 for killing Nishka. 5 for killing Grobnar, 5 for killing Kelgar. Who else made their save? Oh, Javi and Eleni. And then I guess we could try to, petrify Casimir. Who's over here? Eleni? Let's do Finger of Death. I've prepared an empowered Finger of Death. Cassifer made a fortitude save. Aw, you rolled an 18. You just had to roll an 18. Oh, you're immune to death magic? How? How are you immune to death magic? Did you cast something on yourself? Okay, well, on this guy, I guess we can cast Bigby's Crushing Hand, but first I want to make myself invisible. There we go. Hey, he's grappled. What are you doing, Bishop? Oh, you're stunned, so you're not doing very much, are you? That's okay.
I will do what I can.
So we still have Javi, Eleni, and Casimir. Well, my Horned Devil has been blinded. That's not good. And he's stunned at the same time. Well, since you're so immune to death magic, let's see if Flesh and Stone counts. Eleni rolled a 1. Does that mean she's turned to stone? Yep. Alright, we got Javi. Let's try Finger of Death on her. Finger of Death on Casimir. Hey! Javi failed a fortitude save versus death. Casimir made a save. He rolled a 19. Wonderful. Let's try it again. Hey, you're supposed to be grappled. Alright, time for another invisibility potion. Okay, let's try to Finger of Death you. You rolled high again. Damn it. Alright, let's put you in a Shroud of Flame. Man, you're just a saver, aren't you? You just make all sorts of saves.
I'll see you all in the hells.
Huh. Alright, this thing is pissing me off. I gotta take care of this. Do I have a dismissal or anything cast? Or prepared, I should say. No, but I could just do one of those missile storms on Casimir, I guess. Missile storm right there. Well, that didn't seem to do the trick. Oh, we do Firebrand. Oh, that thing's almost gone. Let's do Bigby's on him. Oh, he's healing himself. Oh, there you are. I didn't realize you were still around. Let's do Bigby's on you, too. Alright, Horrid Wilting. Let's see if that does anything. Actually, let's do Horrid Wilting. No. Man. Horrid Wilting. There. Ow. Alright, this thing needs to die. Let's create a vampire right there. Alright. I guess we could put stone skin on it. Alright. You deal with that thing. Let's drop one of these vitriolic spheres right there. Dead construct. Very dead construct. You're dead. Alright, who summoned that thing? Alright, I guess all we need to do is take care of Eleni. Oh yeah, we have this sort of Gith. Let's use a shard barrier. You're dead. Alright, this should be over very quickly.
No!
I've wanted to do that to them since we started traveling together. That was the most fun I've had in years.
Do not mourn for them. Even in death they shall serve Ilfan and protect it.
My tears become dust before they escape my eyes. Yet know that in death we still serve.
My blade is yours. Let the people, the life of Neverwinter, fall before Shadow.
It will be a slaughter, but our battle shall have purpose. We shall serve an empire and bring ruin to its enemies.
Let power finally be unleashed, without restraint, without bounds, and let it consume all that stand against us.
And let knowledge serve us as weapons in our battle as well.
And nature itself shall be that on which you feast. No life, no creature shall hide from you while I serve.
And for an empire that has betrayed us, let us forsake it for one that is true. Our allegiance is yours, King of Shadows.
Now let us continue with the cleansing. Neverwinter will fall before the moon waxes.
Before the Knight Captain had traveled to the Vale of Myrtleane, it seemed the King of Shadows' progress had been slowed, perhaps even stopped. It was a vain hope, for barely a day after his journey into the Vale, the forces of the King of Shadows suddenly rolled across the land like a tide. There was no sign of Garius, no sign of the Reavers at the front of the Dark Armies, just a shadowy general that led the dead through town, city, and finally to Crossroad Keep itself. Without the Knight Captain to bolster the Keep's forces, Crossroad Keep quickly fell, and the soldiers were driven to Waterdeep and the surrounding lands. But there, at the unmarked ancient borders of the Ilfarn Empire, the Shadows stopped their advance and remained still. To this day, the line of shadow is one none will dare cross, and the people of Neverwinter live with the knowledge that there are stretches of the Sword Coast where dawn's light will never fall again. No one truly knows what came of the Knight Captain and the other heroes when they traveled to the King of Shadows' fortress, but all agree that the shadowy general that emerged must have slain the Knight Captain. For the general wore the Knight Captain's cloak, and bore a silver sword that had once belonged to the Lord of Crossroad Keep. In the year following the war against the King of Shadows, Neverwinter quickly recovered, its city watch, Grey Cloaks, and even the many-starred cloaks gaining numerous new recruits. Emboldened by the actions of the Shardbearer, the ranks of the soldiers of Neverwinter swelled, becoming one of the strongest military units in the Sword Coast. This ended up being a boon for the City Watch Captain Brelena, who used her ties to the Shardbearer and Lord of Crossroad Keep to petition for a seat on the Council of Neverwinter. From there, she passed many successful political resolutions that improved diplomatic ties with Waterdeep and the Lord's Alliance. Bevel, led by the example of the Shardbearer, became a commander of the Greycloaks in time, finally finding the ability to lead and command. In the aftermath of the Second War of Shadow, he sought tirelessly for his fallen commander, convinced that the Lord of Crossroad Keep had survived. Shortly after the war, Dagon attempted to return to West Harbor, believing that the Shadow General that led the King of Shadows' armies could be found there. His path was the correct one, but not as he intended. He was intercepted by beasts along the road south of Highcliff, and brought in pieces to the Shadow General, who watched Dagon be consumed by his minions, then raised him from the dead to die again and again for his amusement. It is said that Dagon's corpse is embedded in a pillar of the dead in the Vale of Myrtleane, his mouth left hanging open so the wind might whistle through it in a mockery of the song portals of Ilfarn. Following the rise of the King of Shadows and his general, the Mere of Dead Men became an increasingly desolate place. The ruins of West Harbor, in particular, became a dark gathering ground for the shadows and dead of the Mere, and the tiny farming village became a twisted shadow of the once proud dwelling of harbormen. The farm of Chandragero was left abandoned for some time, yet it never fell into disrepair. During the harvest season, the people of Highcliff came to pay their respects to Chandragero, who was rumored to have fallen in battle against the King of Shadows. The Lord of Crossroad Keep returned when the King of Shadows came to reclaim the ancient citadel. The Servant of Shadow slayed all the inhabitants he had gathered, and he used their bodies to form a new wall around his home. It is said that this beast resides there still with the shadows, where the heads of his former companions form a silent gallery around him, frozen in dark screams. Of the Gith Yankee and their Lich Queen, no more was heard. Driven from the Sword Coast by the Shardbearer, it seemed as if the hunters had retreated to their citadels on the astral plane. Even the wisest sages of Faerun know that whoever holds such a blade shall have a long journey ahead of them, both in the realms and beyond. But that is a tale for another time.
Okay, so that's what happens if Janak goes down the truly evil path and helps out the King of Shadows. Winds up killing all of his companions and then doesn't go on to Mask of the Betrayer. And then his journey just ends there. But like I said, that's on another timeline in another universe somewhere. Meanwhile, we will continue the alternate path where Janak actually did destroy the King of Shadows and goes on to even greater adventures in the Mask of the Betrayer. So I guess I'll meet you over there. Meantime, this is Big Lone signing off. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, man.